further down, take a testimonial. If you miss all of that, you're consciously avoiding giving me a testimonial, in which case I'm only going to ask you like 3 or 4 times, after which I give up. Yeah, man. Because some people just don't do it. But I always consider it. I give more recommendations on LinkedIn than I have, because I find if you see somebody does something nice, or you can encourage somebody, those words will really, really make a difference to that person, because nobody will ever forget how you made them feel. They really, that's a saying of Laura Louise's that she really lives by, that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And we bring that up in almost every boot camp, in every single event that we do, because it's so true. I still remember from a very young age, after my dad died, and I was just a very, very shy, awkward little kid. And I remember some kids at the Convent of the Holy Cross pushing me down the stairs and bullying me. And there was a young kid called Roger Fermark, I still remember him, who stood up for me and basically told those guys, hey, this is not right. And he went down the stairs and he helped me back up. I will never forget that. Does that make sense, right? And like that it is with your first client or your second client, or people who treat you badly in the process, because be careful who you step on your way up, because those are the people who kick you on your way down, And testimonials are an absolute wonderful currency that you can give. And the more you give of them, the more you will receive, the more you will get back. And it is a wonderful thing. And I wanted to say thank you, Joe. You immediately jumped on it within 20 seconds of me sending out the note, and he put it. And was it pretty easy to do, Joe?
Oh, very easy. And it was a pleasure, believe me.
Cool. So check that link out, by the way. It's a free link, by the way. That you can collect 15 testimonials. And if that works for you, you're going to upgrade and you're going to use the service and pay for it. But it's really easy. It's a single link. You authorize your camera and you go, hey, you know what? Bob Stearns did a really, really great thing for me today, and that was wonderful. And as long as you don't mention, if you're in financial services and mention, the name of a fund or something like that, you can't get into trouble for that. All right. So let us go to Joe's LinkedIn profile, okay, and start over there today. Bum, bum, bum. Okie dokie, Joe. Okie dokie. All right, here's Joe. Now, everybody, does Joe look like his profile picture? Yes, right? He does. Okay. So, Joe, where do you want to go? You have the mic. What are you trying to do with your LinkedIn profile? Why are you on LinkedIn?
I'm on LinkedIn to develop more people towards our site, right? Obviously, not the site, but to help them. I just changed the top part to say vital innovations yesterday, expedited, because I want to drive them down a little further to the headline, seeing what type of innovations, and then innovations in the medical device, contract assembly, trusted source and injection molding. I'm just hoping it flows well, Henrik. So, and then I posted it. If you scroll further down, I put a video.
Yeah, we're not scrolling further down.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, we're not doing it, and I'll tell you why. Because
go ahead.
What we're trying to find on this page, this little square box, is there enough on that page to call out to me that you're actually talking to me? That's number one. Number two, is there enough for me to go, I might have this problem that this guy can fix. So now remember, there's lots of different things. There is no perfect LinkedIn profile that I can show you, because everybody's LinkedIn profile has to be the door. It's like a little hinge that swings a big door, and it's unique to everybody. So if Joe says, I'm driving innovation in the medical device and contract assembly industries. So I am obviously not in that industry. So therefore, my eyes just go right by it, and I will just scroll by. And without your incredibly sincere, authentic, well-meaning engagement, I would actually not even approve a connection request from you, because I'm not in your target market, right?
Okay.
So you've got to decide at this point, Joe. It's a little bit of a watershed moment. Do you want your LinkedIn profile to represent you as the personal brand, or do you want to go corporate BS type of stuff and only use it for the company? And it's really unfortunately, it's a difficult decision, because it's hard to do both. It's a little bit like when you say to people, "Oh, do you want this one or that one?" I mean,
I have something to add here, because I think it really depends on, nobody's going to go to LinkedIn to look for somebody who has medical devices and contract assembly industries, right?
Yep.
Nobody goes to LinkedIn looking for that. So most likely, people that go are going to either be looking up your company or looking up you. If they have interest in you or your company, they're going to be going and looking up those names. And I think that's the key, because you're not going to attract other people to your name, but the people who are already looking you up, are going to find this. So if you want to build your brand, and, building a brand is always an interesting thing, because we're all like 2 degrees of separation. So if you are inspiring other people to connect with you, then they might think of you and say, I know this really amazing guy who is in the medical device industry, and you should talk to him. That's a connector type of strategy. But I think that the way you're written here is if somebody would be looking for that. I don't think people go to LinkedIn looking for the products that you're offering. So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy. But when people look you up, you want them to be drawn to you. You want to develop some kind of a rapport with you. You want to have that, that relationship building aspect. And the question is, does this do that for you?
Yeah, because the eyes, your eyes are going to do this, take this picture. It's a little bit like, I don't know if you guys, I mean, the new iPhone's gotten very good, but don't you find it frustrating? You're like on this road trip and you see this incredible, beautiful vista, and then you want to take a picture of it. And when you get home and you look at the picture of it, it's like 80% road, and the beautiful thing that was in the distance is the stupid little thumbnail at the end, right? You can't describe what your eye sees, Joe, and your eye is going to see this whole picture in one place, right? And it's going to make a picture based on this, and it's going to make an emotional picture on the back of this. So it's a combination of the things. It's a combination of the profile picture, okay? Try and get the plant out of the background. If you don't know how to do it, send it to me. I'll show it to you, or we'll do it in the clinic, right? And in the actual banner, my advice is always try and call out the audience that you're trying to attract by not just turning it into a business card, but turning it into a hook of some kind. And this is hard to do, Joe. I'm asking for a big lift here, because we're so accustomed, as Sean and Rob know, this is really hard work. And I mean, we do it in the boot camp, then we do it in our Magnum Accelerator program, we do it in our masterminds, we do it in our VIP days. Calling out your ideal client is actually really hard. So, Joe, let's go there for a quick second. Who's your ideal client? Who are you trying to connect with?
I mean, the Thermo Fishers of the world, J&J, Abbott, Pfizer. Those are the companies that we work with. So we work with special components, right? And
Okay.
engineers. So
So,
most
so
of-
right there, Joe, you could
Yep.
literally go with,
Mhm.
serving the such and such industry with such and such solutions, with companies like, and then you can put up their logos or their names if you can do that. Yeah, I mean, I have a policy. You know, I'd rather say sorry than, what's that law, Louise, that better to seek forgiveness than ask for permission or something like that. But that's just me,
I'd rather ask for forgiveness. There's two different ones. There's the St. Augustine one, and the one I always say is
better to beg for forgiveness and seek permission, I believe.
Yeah, something like
that's
that.
not the one I say, but I'll think about it. I'll come back to it.
But they don't want the names in there. To go back to your point, Enric,
Yeah.
we would not
Okay.
put those names up there.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So, but something like
I always say
because-
to ask permission is to seek denial.
Yeah,
Okay.
because something like that where you can call out your audience, your target audience, and if you are on LinkedIn to make powerful connections that are beyond just your current gig and your current job, then focus on that. And that's why I said to you right in the beginning, Joe, please decide, are you here to build a personal brand or are you here to build a company brand?
Yeah, I would say company brand right off the
Okay.
bat. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yep.
so then, and that's quite okay, by the way.
Sure.
Then you just got to go and own that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you got to just run full scale with that, because as soon as you confuse people, then it just doesn't connect. It doesn't engage, right?
Yep.
So the tagline, that's this one over here. That is absolutely critical. Those first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words,
Mhm.
I think are absolutely critical in that sense. And because that is the only thing, you missed that yesterday, maybe it's the only thing, if you are writing a comment, that people are gonna see. They're gonna see your profile picture and that tagline. And that tagline is the call to action to come to your profile. And then your profile is step 2, the picture that you're seeing right now that I've circled in red. That picture needs to trigger a call to action that either goes into where you put a website in here,
Mhm.
whatever the entrance to your sales funnel is, or however you get to talk to you. Nobody really cares about Stonehill College or Beacon Med Tech Solutions. All of this stuff is noise.
I
Okay?
actually would use the contact info to connect to a page that shows some of those vital innovations that, like where people can see what it is.
Yep.
As opposed to just having, anytime you have to make somebody do something on LinkedIn, they probably won't. So 99.9% of the time that you give contact information, unless they want to just email you direct, that could be useful.
Mhm.
But more important, they can always DM you, and DM is probably a better facility than email anyway. So encouraging people to email you, I think, is kind of superfluous. But if you put there, like, a place where it'll go to exactly what you do on a landing page for
Mhm.
your company,
Mhm.
I think that could be interesting, because people who are looking to connect with vital innovation in medicine might, click on that and go, oh, here's a guy. And I think they're more of a call to actions, vital innovations expedited, like vital, we're serving whoever you serve. We serve the medical community with vital medical innovations.
Yep.
So it's like you're in the process of doing something, versus vital innovations expedited. It sounds like a company logo versus what you're doing to make that, more easily accessible to them.
So let's just do a few more and back and forwards a little bit, because who's got a completely different example of a profile?
Thank you, by the way. Appreciate it.
No, it's good. We're not done with you yet, but I just wanted to give me a thumbs up, give me a hands up, finger up if you want to pick your profile. All right, Steiner. Okay, Steiner, I'm unmuting you, and we're going to go and try and find your profile quickly. Now I remember. No, I'm still on annotate mode. Sorry.
Steinar Almalid. It's in my profile name on
No, it will find you. It will find you.
Yeah.
Okay. I still have the scribble over here, but let's see if it fills the same box again. Yep, kind of. Okay. Okay, I like it.
Thank you.
My work here is done. No. No,
I'm ready with pen and paper. Make it useful.
No, I do like it because it's an absolute kick-ass profile picture. Okay. Maybe it's, where are you, by the way? Can't even find
Norway.
you on my screen.
Yeah, I'm in Bali right now, actually, but yes, I'm going back to Norway.
Okay.
soon.
All right.
Yeah.
So you are in room 4. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. All right. I found you. Okay. Blue background. So obviously the profile picture is not, it doesn't look like you. Right.
No,
now.
I colored my hair recently, so I'm
Okay.
coming up with a new picture. I have a photographer coming.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
it's a really great picture. It's just, if I bumped into you at a cocktail party, I would not know that they're the same person, right?
Right.
So the Vistra Consulting Group, that is your business, right?
Yes.
All right. So real quick, let me turn on my tagger again quickly. Annotate. Okay.
I think a call to action where it says executive coaching would be much more compelling for people to click on.
It's right below there where
What
where
we're
I found
saying
a way to do it.
is,
No, but it just says executive coaching.
yeah. So
What I'm saying is a
Oh.
call to action where somebody might
Yeah.
want to learn something and you can put it there.
Oh, well, what do you say then?
Well-
like the actual action that somebody would take or that they would learn. You see what I mean? So learn more or executive coaching is
Or
not
3 steps to learn this, like starting now, start now, 3 steps
Yeah.
to blah, blah, blah,
or
whatever it is. You give them some kind of an article that it links to on your website, and then you get them there, but you give them something. People
can
always want something.
All right.
it can either go to your lead magnet or it can go to step 1 of your funnel. Because if you think about who's your ideal client, right? So that's the one thing that's still missing here, Steiner, is who is your client, okay? I understand that you
Major
are,
companies and government organizations.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand that you are a growth strategist, you are a coach, you are an author, you are the world's fastest cyclist. Now that's intriguing. I have no idea what a flow enthusiast is. So what? Because why am I talking to you? Who, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also feel that by what you said, you got the others, and then there's something you have yet to get, and isn't that a good thing?
So then the one other thing that I would do is definitely put in a logo under your
I
company.
don't know how to do that.
Okay. Let me get back to that one. I'm just going to try to give you all these points on here. So what we're trying to do is, do you want people to follow you and ring the bell? Are you on LinkedIn here to gain followers so that those people can see your content, or are you just here so that if people have Googled you, as you know, if LinkedIn ranks right up in number 1 or number 2 or number 3 on Google if somebody Googles your name. So the thing I want to see from here is who are you talking to? Who do you want to talk to? That's the one thing that's missing. This is a terrific profile as it is, but who? Like, why do I need to listen to you? And as Laura Louise says, your call to action, which is going to get triggered here. And remember what you're trying to do also with this page, and that's where you can create up here in the banner. You can create some intrigue or calling out your client. You're trying to get people to pop down here and start scrolling, okay? And that scrolling is now going to go into your featured posts here, right? And these featured posts, how do I delete this annotation stuff? Okay, clear. There we go. Hit the clear button. Okay, clear all drawings. So now we've got call to action number 1 and call to action number 2.
So they should be something else.
They should be almost.
These are like personal interest pieces versus, you know, what you want to do for somebody.
Yeah.
So that that should be the segue, the landing page into attracting your ideal client. Because remember, Steiner, people go through and they have these glasses, like people like us. Yeah, we do things like this. Yeah, I mean, and your target audience, which doesn't necessarily mean on LinkedIn, by the way, coming back to Joe's point, right? It doesn't actually mean that they are your ideal client. They might be your ideal connection. I'll pick on Chris Casaburi again today, because there is no Fortune 500 CEO walking around going, hey, I need to hire Chris as my videographer, to all this kind of stuff. You see what I mean? It's a bit like if you're looking for investors don't put on a hat and they go investor. You know, they're not walking around like that. So just saying I serve investors doesn't necessarily attract your ideal client, but we get much deeper into that, into those things. So who wants to join the hot seat here too? Okay, Sylvain. All right, Sylvain and Chris. Okay, hi Guy.
Oh, thank you.
Let me go to Sylvain quickly. I have learned that it is very dangerous to unmute Sylvain. Anyway, you are.
We have the no rabbit hole warning.
No rabbit hole warnings. Okay, Sylvain.
We know when it starts. We don't know when it's finished.
All right. So on Sylvain's thing, you know, as we said yesterday, absolutely fix that profile picture. Try and get it clear in front of a white wall or a green wall, something with no background, because then you can play with it. Yeah, I mean, is Joris here? Joris, if you're interested in giving everybody a little bit of advice on a profile picture, just let me know, and maybe we can do that tomorrow. If you would take the microphone for 5 minutes tomorrow. Joris is a photographer. I'm sure Chris can jump in here too, and we'll just talk about that a little bit. Okay, so let's read. Every CEO, HR manager, business owner need this. Okay, so obviously you want to add an S to that.
Needs this.
Because needs this. Bosses need leadership and management training. Your employees need personal development. Your team that also needs to be a needs better teamwork skills. And I obviously understand, you know, that English is not your first language, neither is it mine. And I sometimes write all sorts of stuff where Laura Louise looks at it and goes, seriously, dude? Yeah. So I'm not poking fun at anything, but build your own private online company library, your 32 leadership and management training courses, your 25 self. All right. So in 30 seconds, if you can, Sylvain, what do you actually do?
Sometimes I wonder. No, but
that's an honest answer. That's a wonderfully honest answer. Bravo for that.
With the LinkedIn, it's more targeted to offer those courses to corporation.
What kind of corporation, given that there are millions of them in the world?
I would say corporation with at least 100 employees.
Okay, so put that on there. What
kind of corporations? I think you need to go a little deeper than that.
And what kind of problem do those companies have that you can fix? That's where I'd spend my energy.
Okay.
Because nobody's walking around, by the way. Sylvain, just follow me through the thoughts here, by the way, and please really. All right, I've about had enough of this very dodgy video quality today, and I am going to switch modes completely and switch into a live profile audit of what Luis Valorant has done. Luis, if you are still here, by the way, if you check your DMs, there is a link for you to come and actually join the live setup over here, because you can literally pop in here and be on the live too. But if you're still in your pajamas, which I doubt, but or you got other stuff going on, you can just stay where you are. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at this. Let me change the view here. Okay, and we will go to a live audit of this page. Hopefully you can see that okay over there, and we will go into that. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So I do like the new banner, by the way. But where I'm at here right now, so Lewis, if you look at right underneath your name, you will see the section that I've just highlighted here. And that is adaptable and creative professional with an entrepreneurial mindset willing to make the difference. All right. So that's very nice. And I like it. And there's nothing wrong with it. The problem with that is that is basically what you're going to see. What if you're leaving a comment for anybody, they are going to basically see these first words. They're probably, it will go up till about there. So those first 6 or 7 words, adaptable and creative professional with an that's probably where it's going to get stuck, right? That is, even if you leave a wonderful killer comment on somebody's post, between the profile picture and that tagline, that is literally the hook that is going to convince somebody to come in and click on this. Okay. So I think that's more resume based, but still, I think that's just I know you're saying in the chat that it's too vague, but it's the wrong approach. It's not calling out, and that's why I invited you to pop into the live here, because then you could answer those questions, by the way. And you don't need to be on camera. You can just be on voice, by the way. So just check your DMs and you can pop in there. And then once you're in, you can disable your camera if you're, shy or not ready for it. But the point here is, we need to get really clear as to what exactly the strategy is, right? Because at different times in your life, you're going to have a different strategy, okay? And if your strategy is to find a new partner or a new employer, then you are not connecting this properly. If your strategy is to connect and find your future clients and your ideal investors and so on, that's why I invited you. You're misunderstanding me, babe. Look at your DMs. In your DMs, I sent you a link to the live broadcast here, so you can actually be talking to me rather than through the chat, because there's a bit of a delay on that. So without really knowing what your strategy is, I see that you've got the open to work icon there. This entire profile, whatever you're seeing here, is not actually connecting the dots. And you got to think about it like this. Let me see if this will show up on my screen. This is pretty much the only thing. No DM from me. Okay. All right. Let me go check. All right. Sorry, Lewis. I did. It says, want to pop in live, and then I gave you a link. You might have to refresh the page. I'm sending it again right now, and it is absolutely there. Or you can cut and paste it from here, and I'll drop it in here too, and you can just cut and paste that from there. Okay, so coming back to the profile, so everything that you see on this page here, right, that is visible in this little square is the very thing that's going to trigger the next call to action. And that call to action has to basically, you have to have a a decision on. Okay, so there's Lewis. All right, you've arrived. 1 second, let me add you to the call, and voila, and we will go side by side, and now we're all here. Good morning, how goes it? So the only thing, Lewis, that you have to do is mute your LinkedIn Live or close the LinkedIn Live component.
Hi.
Otherwise, you're going to have you're going to have a what's that thing called? An echo. Okay. All right. So you good? Are you with me? Yeah, it's a little dodgy here. I don't know. Somehow this platform is having a little trouble today.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
So
I think
what
it's
you can
better like that.
Yeah, what you can do is limit your bandwidth by just turn off your camera. But we're going to go back to the share screen. Okay, let's do that over here. And let me go and turn on the share screen again. And now you and I are basically connected, but I can hear you and you can respond back. Right? Is that good for you?
It is, yes. I just
Okay.
as you said.
All right. So
Turn off the
camera. Lewis. Yeah, don't worry about that. So tell me, what is it that you're trying to achieve with this LinkedIn profile? Who are you trying to talk to?
So, becoming a bit more clear, actually my goals. My goals there. So I want to help. So either, let's say, to enter and develop into the Benelux market. So help them to come in. Like for example, a friend is based in France, launched its brand to expand in other market. I could help them to. It can be either company or produce. It can be for more financial service. It's one part of my land. It's for let's say bigger projects. It's also related to startup companies in some broad, let's say, range of development. And for them, I get, for example, help them to raise or help them to develop. But on the project, like metaverse,
I'm literally I'm getting every third word or something like that. So this is not working either. I think the Restream / LinkedIn connection today is just giving all sorts of trouble, because I really can't get any of that. I mean, we could give it one more go and see if maybe you typing it or something, like, because what I'm saying is, from this LinkedIn profile, it's really not clear what the goal is, and I somehow with the voice quality even, I'm getting every third word.
Maybe I can.
Yeah,
just give me a minute. I'm gonna pick up. Just put it here. Picking my headphones.
Yeah, picking my headphones. Yeah, no, because I try that, but I'm not sure if that's the problem. I think there is a bandwidth issue between Restream and LinkedIn today, and it's just frustrating death, to the point that I'm gonna kill this shortly and just drop on a Zoom with you. How about that? We can go old school, and then we can work on your profile like that. This is just
the
so. All right, let's try the headphones. Okay, so let's start again. Tell me what you're trying to achieve on LinkedIn.
So two things, basically, two goals. The first one, to help the Benelux market. Second, help also startups to achieve the worldwide.
Lewis, I have a much
Yes,
better idea. Actually, Laura Louise just
Okay.
had that idea. Let's do this, okay? Let's just go into the Magnum Cafe, okay? Because as you know, there the technology
yeah.
always works, okay? I'm going to drop the link. Anybody else that's interested in this profile review can literally just drop into the Magnum Cafe. Very good idea, Laura Louise. The Magnum Cafe is a wonderful platform, and let us just meet inside there. And you are most welcome to pop in. That is also recorded, by the way. So if you want that, Lewis, I think that will work better. If you've never been to the Magnum Cafe before,
Okay.
it's very easy. You just put in your name and your email, and then you go straight in. The default password is espresso an italiano, and we'll meet in there, okay? Because this LinkedIn Live is just driving me nuts today. And Laura Louise, thank you very much. Very good idea, okay? So, Lewis, I'll see you there in 1 minute, okay? I will just shut down this live and start the Magnum Cafe and get a coffee, and maybe my beautiful wife will bring me a coffee too. Hint, hint, nudge, 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 nudge. Let's see. Okay, ciao. Thank you. And anybody else can join in, by the way. You're welcome live. If you're here on the live, just pop into the cafe. Okay, arrivederci. See you shortly. Okay, a bientôt.